So hello everybody, my name is Lara from Miebach. I will talk to you now in English, I'm sorry, אבל בגלל עברית שלי זה לא טוב. אני מדברת באנגלית, so you can get more information out of it. So welcome, I would like to present about the new innovative home of Strauss Ice Cream. Strauss Ice Cream is a brand of Yunilever, as you may know, and therefore first, what was the demand of Yunilever? Okay, so what we see here is the product portfolio of Strauss Ice Cream. We have, of course, the krembo, which is a typical Israeli dish, which you know in winter especially. And then, of course, all the other delicious glidot. So today, Strauss has a lot of different warehouses throughout northern Israel, as well as some cross-dock centers. And of course, as the production is right now in Akko, the Magnum, for example, is imported from Turkey, so the harbor is in Haifa. So all the sources are coming from the northern Israel. Because we have several warehouses, this leads to a lot of transportation costs. It's also really high in operational costs, because the more warehouses you are operating, the more operators you need also in order to administrate them. And also an issue is the availability of the inventory, because you never know where you need which demand. Therefore, the goal of this project was to centralize the inventory to minimize the risks. So who is involved in this project? So first of all, we have Yunilever, which is the production and the delivery of the ice cream. It's an amazing, huge FMCG company, and within Israel they have 2,000 employees and 4 production sites. But then we are talking about a new warehouse, a new home. So who's building the home? And the home is built by Orion. Probably all of you know Orion as one of the biggest third-party logistics here in Israel. Orion has in total 1,000 employees and 8 warehouses throughout the whole country. And because we also want to build something innovative and we need some expertise from a consulting company, also Miebach is involved, which was like supporting the design and the implementation of the warehouse. Miebach is a logistics consultancy with 400 employees worldwide and in total 26 offices globally. Also one here located in Modi'in. Now I want to give you a short peek view on how to build a warehouse within 1 minute or also in 9 months. So here you see this is the new innovative home of the ice cream. It's built in Kiryat Atta in northern Israel, and you see here how the racks are built up, how the aisles are built up. I will explain later a little bit more in detail what exactly is the solution and how does it look like. But what we also have to keep in mind, this will be cooled down to minus 25 degrees in order to make sure the ice cream keeps the quality we want to have. So you see, part by part, it's like building up Lego. And then we put some walls around it, close it, and then it looks, at least from the outside, already done. Now, how does it look in the real project life? Because the project life, of course, what we saw is just implementation, but we have more. Like, there's a lot of things we have to plan beforehand. So in the beginning, we have the new site in Kiryat Atta of Orion, and of course, Yunilever has a demand for a new frozen location. Then Miebach supported in first doing a site master plan, because the site in Teichert not only consists out of the Unilever warehouse, but also of 2 more buildings of Orion, and the concept design. But we also have to keep in mind, we have 2 different parties more involved who have interests. So from Orion, of course, we got the site requirements, and from Unilever, the growth figures, how the picking and the outbound requirements should look like. In the detail planning, we continued, and there were the building requirements from Orion's side, as well as operational requirements, and for the parking, for the offices, for the social areas, because this is quite special in this site, that the offices and the social rooms are shared between Orion and Unilever. Also for the parking, we have to keep in mind, we have special electrical advices outside at the parking lots, so that we can also charge the cooling devices on the trucks. So in these times, we had a bi-weekly alignment always with Unilever. And then we got into the tendering. The tendering where we said, okay, we have already the technology, and now we need the right supplier for it. So at the end, Orion did choose Dematic after we did all the comparison, and then we got into the implementation. Here, Orion took over all the project management and the building interfaces. And of course, the interface to Dematic was done by Miebach. But interfaces in the IT between Unilever and Orion, because it's a common site, it's a really huge challenge as well. This was done by Orion as well as from Unilever. And then finally the go live of the first areas was done in January this year, and the go live of the automated storage, which I will introduce you in a few seconds, will be in the next quarter. So how does the solution look like? What's the innovative home? So you see here on the screen the 2 levels, which are the operational levels. So we have the ground floor, where we see, is this not working? No. Where we see the high-bay warehouse. This is the abbreviation HBV. It's a stacker crane, it's 40 meter high, and we are storing pallets 4 deep within the aisles. Then we have the inbound area in red. We have the shipping buffer in turquoise, and we have the picking Unilever in the upper level, and in the ground level, the outbound. Now a little bit more into detail. So we have here the inbound area. You see it's quite dense, which means we really have to fast forward the pellets into the frozen areas, because over here we have only 4 degrees. So the pellets are unloaded and directly brought into this frozen area. You see also here in the movie that we have a gate in order to prevent the cold air to get out. Then the pellets are driving into the storage, into the high-bay warehouse, and this looks like the following, at least when it was partly still open. So you see the stacker crane. In total, we have 2 aisles. They can be cooled down separately. So they will be cooled to minus 25 degrees. And in total, it's 11,000 pallet locations. Per aisle, we can reach up to 26 pallets in and out per hour. And on the crane, we have a little shuttle vehicle which drives into the channels to get in and out the pallets. Then we go to the next area. It's the shipping buffer. So everything which is okay, here you should see a movie over there on the right side where the pallet is lifted up to the picking area. So we have automated transport from the storage to the picking area as well as to the shipping buffer. This means we can reduce the labor cost, we can reduce the waiting time, and therefore make sure that the operation goes smooth. And on the left side, you see a picture where you see the shipping buffer waiting for the trucks to arrive so that we can bring them directly to the truck. Then, of course, we have also the picking area, which you can see here. So on the right side, you see a picture which is the connection to the lift. So here, one side is for receiving the pallets from downstairs, and the other side, where we see the pallet, is for giving up the pallets, and they're going directly to the shipping area. And now I would like to introduce Chai. Chai is from Yunilever. He's the logistics manager for North Israel of Yunilever, and he will tell you something about the benefits for Yunilever.
שומעים? טוב, אני אדבר בעברית. אז שלום לכולם. בחודשים האחרונים אנחנו ביוניליוור ישראל נמצאים בעיצומו של תהליך העברת מרכז הפצה קפוא למתחם מוריאן בקריית אתא עבור מוצרי גלידת שטראוס. מרכז ההפצה החדש שתוכנן על ידי חברת מיבך הגרמנית, מנוהל ומתוחזק על ידי חברת אוריאן, חברה לניהול לוגיסטי מהטובות בארץ. מרכז ההפצה הוא חדיש וטכנולוגי ואוטומטי, תוכנן בקפידה על פי הצרכים והעקרונות המנחים שהועלו על ידי יוניליוור ישראל ויוניליוור הגלובלית. בראייה לעתיד, מעבר לאתר חדיש ומתקדם טכנולוגית, החדשנות העיקרית המאפיינת את האתר היא מחסן אוטומטי כמקום ל-11,000 משטחים. ריכוז פעילות לוגיסטית באתר אחד, פתרון זה נותן מענה לצורך לרכז את כל הפעילות הלוגיסטית בצפון הארץ במקום אחד. מעבר לשיטת אחסון אוטומטית תוביל לעלייה ביעילות האחסון, עלייה ביעילות התפעולית וחיסכון בעלויות. אתגרים שעלו במהלך הפרויקט. האתגר הגדול בתהליך הוא ניהול השינוי אצל עובדי יוניליוור אשר היו רגילים לשיטת הפצה מסוימת ומיושנת, וניהול השינוי בעיקר אצל מערך הבחירות של גלידת שטראוס. אתגר נוסף, הקמת ממשק משותף מבחינת מערכות מידע של יוניליוור אל מול אוריאן. זו פעם ראשונה שמערכות המידע של יוניליוור נתקלים בממשקים עם מערכות אוטומטיות ומתקדמות. יתרונות, מוצרי גלידת שטראוס מיוצרים ברובם במפעל יוניליוור הממוקם בעכו. הגדלת מקומות האחסון באתר החדש ייתן תמיכה רחבה יותר במפעל היצרני בעכו מבחינת אחסנה, וימנע צווארי בקבוק אחסנה המוגבלת כיום במחסן התוצר של מפעל עכו. יתרון שני זה התכנון של חברת מיבך, שהיא באמת חברה שמתמחה בפתרונות הנדסה לניהול שרשרת אספקה. בנייה וניהול האתר על ידי חברת אוריאן המתמחה בפתרונות לוגיסטיים לניהול שרשרת האספקה, מהווים יתרון לוגיסטי משמעותי ליעילות ההפצה של מוצרי גלידת שטראוס. האסטרטגיה של יוניליוור אומרת לספק צמיחה שהיא עקבית, תחרותית, בעלת רווחים וכמו כן אחראית. על ידי מעבר לאתר מותאם לצרכים העדכניים והתחרותיים של יוניליוור ניתן לייצר צמיחה שיכולה להתבטא בגידול הרווחיות. מעבר לאתר עם מחסנים קפואים שמקוררים על ידי גז CO2 שידידותי יותר לסביבה, ובעקבות מעבר לריכוז אחסנה באתר אחד, כמות ההובלות לאתרים מרובים ומרוחקים שהיינו משתמשים לאחסנה יורדת משמעותית, מה שגורם גם לירידה בזיהום אוויר. תודה רבה.
תודה רבה, חי. Okay, and now to summarize, what is the innovative foam and what are the benefits for all of the players within it? So for Unilever, you already heard it in Hebrew, but nevertheless, we now can ensure the growth of the ice cream for the next years. And I think everybody of us likes ice cream, so it's a good way. Then, of course, we also have an efficiency and sustainability gain in the operations. For Miebach, we could again show the expertise in intralogistics in this great project. We supported throughout the whole process and could also use the global experience and network. And for Orion, here we see really that they have the willingness to invest, because not every third-party logistics wants to invest in automation. They are really flexible and open-minded regarding the solutions to tailor for a specific customer, in this case for Unilever, because they have shared offices, social rooms, etc. And they really tailor it so that it fits the needs of the customer, which is for third-party logistics not that common, as I know from my experience also in Europe. So here on the left side you see the warehouse of Unilever now in Kiryat. Of course you can visit it, but take something warm to wear because it's cold inside. And thank you very much for your attention.